10 minutes.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, and allow me, Honorable Speaker, to take this opportunity to now convey my very sincere condolences to the Odingas, right from Mama Ida Odinga and her children, and the extended Odinga family, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I was privileged and indeed honored to have been part of the delegation that went to repatriate the body of our departed hero. And it has been indeed a great honor to accord him that last respect. And allow me, Honorable Speaker, to request Kenyans, even as we express our condolences to the family, to allow this great man not only to rest in peace, Honorable Speaker, but to be sent off with the dignity that he deserves. We have seen the outpouring of multitudes in the streets, right from the airport to Kasarani Stadium, and I want to speak to them, Honorable Speaker, and ask them to please accord the family and Baba the dignity and honor that he deserves. And even as we mourn him, and I know the outpouring of love that we have seen is understandable, but I would also request them, Honorable Speaker, to also allow a few protocols to be observed, and especially those around the family. Honorable Speaker, allow me to say that I came to know the late Raila Odinga back in 2013 when I joined this house. And often, Honorable Speaker, I found myself on the opposite side of where Raila Odinga was and where you were that time, Honorable Speaker. And you recall. And my maiden speech in this house, Honorable Speaker, as a new member of parliament, was one where I described Raila Odinga as an old man who was away in London then. And we had a very heavy altercation here with the then member for Nyando. But that defined my entry into national politics, Honorable Speaker. And I later came to meet the former Prime Minister Raila Odinga through his brother, the Honorable Uhuru Odinga, who remains my very good friend and whom we served together in the Public Investments Committee when I served as his vice chair in my first term. And I remember, Honorable Speaker, one day when we were in a report writing retreat in Mombasa, the Honorable Uhuru Odinga asked me, "What is your problem with my brother?" And I told Oburu, "I have no problem with your brother, but I have to do what I am doing for my politics." 3 weeks after that, the elder brother Oburu introduced me to Baba. And my first meeting with Baba, he called me my son. And he told me, "I saw what you said of me in parliament, but keep up." And that is a man that Raila Odinga was, a man who encouraged younger leadership to be the best that they could be. And he has nurtured many, many leaders, Honorable Speaker, who are in this house and even outside of this house, Honorable Speaker, from governors, ministers, members of parliament, and even presidents around Africa, Honorable Speaker. You know Raila Odinga is a man who was a firm Pan-Africanist, somebody who firmly believed in a stronger and united Africa. Honorable Speaker, Raila Odinga also came across to me as a man who used reconciliation and dialogue as his tools of leadership. And many people never understood that Raila Odinga understood that in leadership, you will always have disagreements, but disagreements must never define leadership. That leadership must be about reconciliation and dialogue. And I had the rare privilege, Honorable Speaker, 3 years ago, when sadly Baba was sick, again to reach out to him in Nairobi Hospital and speak to him about a call to dialogue. And later when he met with President William Ruto, the National Dialogue Committee was birthed. I remember the long nights we spent with Raila Odinga, President William Ruto, Junet Mohammed, former governor for Mombasa, Joho, and a few other people in Mombasa. up to about 3:30 a.m. in the morning. And the resilience that Baba showed to me that night, that he would spend hours in the interest of bringing Kenya together. That is why, Honorable Speaker, I say, for me, his leadership was defined by reconciliation and dialogue. Even the birth of the broad-based government, Honorable Speaker, again shows who Raila Odinga was and how he truly believed in dialogue and reconciliation among us Kenyans. And he has left us at a time that we not only had a broad-based government, but a time that he was trying to bring everybody to the table to dialogue and do what was best for our country, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I had a short moment yesterday when I spoke here, and you must forgive me because when I remembered my conversation with Raila Odinga on the 14th of September, when my dad passed away and he called me, it evoked memories of what he had said to me, because on the 1st of June, we met again in Homa Bay. And as we were having a cup of tea, we had a discussion about the number of teaspoons I was putting in my teacup. And I told him my dad would have like 4 teaspoons, and he wasn't taking sugar himself. And we had that discussion. And he happened to ask me, how old is your dad? I told him 105. And he told me, no way. And we had a discussion and agreed that later he would pay him a visit, only that he had to call me on the 14th of September last month when I lost my dad. Not only to condole with me, but tell me I owe your family a visit because I am unwell, I'll not be able to visit, but I owe your family a visit. Therefore, Honorable Speaker, it was heavy on me yesterday. And it was a good thing, Honorable Speaker, that I was honored to represent this House and Parliament as an institution to go and repatriate his body from India. And the honor that the Indian government has given to our statesman is something that we thank the Indian government for, and the Kenyan government also for all the support that they have accorded to the family to give this great man a good send-off. Honorable Speaker, Raila Odinga, as I said, believed in dialogue and reconciliation. The best gift that we can give to this great man is to keep that reconciliation kicking, is to make sure that we continue to dialogue even when we have disagreements, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, we owe it to him, just as I'm saying that the millions of Kenyans who are celebrating his life today, tomorrow, and up to Sunday, owe it to him that we do so peacefully. As I have seen them, they are very peaceful with their twigs, but also to be a bit more orderly so that we also allow the protocols and I plead with Kenyans, please,
Loss should unite us as Kenyans and not divide us. I appeal that we accord Baba's family all the support, respect, and dignity that they need for comfort. Raila, the body will fade, but Raila, the spirit will never die. Thank you.